I think incredibly important right off the bat, when you're facing TL, everybody has been double or even triple banning Umti. But you see no Sejuani here, you see no Maokai ban here.
Yeah.
Umti is going to be let free to play a tank. Cloud9 are saying they're fine with it.
All right, we've got the Nidalee banned away from Blaber. We've got Gnar and Aurora both out of the picture. We've also got the Ziggs banned away versus APA. Finally, that Sejuani is going to get banned out. They are going to put some respect on Umti's name with that one. And then Kalista, just another high prio pick, removed by C9. Let's see how TL wants to start this one off.
TL banning Gnar, not Renekton. Might see a Renekton picked here very early. Nidalee is out though, so it takes part of that combo away. Aurora banned on blue side by TL is kind of sus.
Yeah, that's
normally it's banned on red side. It's an OP champ, I think at least.
Yeah. And this is also before the micro patch nerfs.
Yeah,
so this
so
is like
see
the
TL banning on
one.
both sides this whole series off of this ban alone. C9 kind of challenging there, not banning it early at all.
Yeah, multiple roles too, so that would mean that neither Impact or APA really wanted to first pick it.
Yeah.
Neither of them felt comfortable. Cloud9 are investing actually though first in bottom lane here.
Yep, there it is.
And then Thanatos, two champions Thanatos has been spamming.
It's very simple, bro. You ban one, I pick the other.
Exactly. It's Gnar and Renekton all day long.
But TL must know this was going to happen. They must know he was going to pick Renekton 1-2. So they must have an answer for it right here since they banned the Gnar to like kind of, you know, bait him into picking this almost, right?
Exactly. That would be my expectation anyway. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like, why is this?
Okay.
Why is this the strategy? Ivern is going to be locked in for Team Liquid and Umti though.
I'm a huge fan of Ivern right now, especially if you get like a Braum frontline or something, some really big counter engage. I know Dignitas used that strategy fairly effectively.
Against TL, actually.
Maybe they learned from you.
I do think it's very important that with Ivern you pick a frontline support.
Yeah.
Leona and Braum are the best, and you can't really blind pick Braum against AShe. It's too hard in lane, so going for Leona is good, I think. I think Cena might take a Braum at this point. It's good with AShe against Leona, good synergy together.
I like the instant slam here, though. There was no hesitation for Blaber picking up the brand to pick that one. So immediately feels like he's going to be able to out-clear this Ivern. That's one of the things. Ivern's first clear is insanely fast, but then drops off very, 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 very quickly.
Expecting a Braum ban from Team Liquid here.
Yeah, Braum is so good into like the Nautilus Leonas.
Yes, it's such a good anti-engage champ, and it's very good against Corki and Ivern necessarily, but it's just so good against Leona. And good with AShe too, the further synergy.
All right,
taking their time.
All right, the Yeon, that answer has been popping up in mid lane against some of the marksman meta. So TL going to pay some respect towards that one. Definitely the type of champion that we've seen JoJo lock in plenty of times before. They know that they're going up against the Corki, so wanting to keep that one away.
So already to me, Sven, are you worried about TL's early game with Cloud9 having an AShe bottom lane and a Renekton top lane?
It really depends how funny Vulcan is today.
Funny.
If you want to pick like Seraphine last pick, it can be hard, yeah. Also, if Yeon picks something that's weak here, like Zeri, who is his go-to champion in this kind of situation, and then Vulcan picks something strong in lane, like, I don't know, Syra support, Karma, Seraphine, it can be really hard for TL, but then lane swaps are a possibility. If we see a Zeri here and a tank top like Udyr, I think the alarm bells start ringing for C9 that they might not be lane 2v2 this game.
Right, and then you got to be able to adapt to that. Can't be caught sleeping. The Lucian will be the other ban here for TL. Again, just kind of trying to protect his Corki mid. And there it is. The Zeri's going to get locked in for Berserker. Old Faithful back again.
Oh yeah. That's why they didn't ban the Zeri, I guess, from Yeon, because they were picking it themselves. But it's going in the mid lane, I think. I hope. I mean, it could be like Zeri and AShe support, but I really don't think so. I think it's Zeri mid lane here for Jojopyun.
Yeah.
Yeon, what does he play at this point?
I feel like maybe I just subconsciously have Zeri so associated with Berserker because of all of the... yeah, exactly. Because of all of the moments where he just pops off randomly in a team fight and wins with that champion. But it will be Rumble to pick into the Renekton here for the top side of Team Liquid.
Okay, I think we're safe from lane swaps then. You're not picking Rumble and going lane swaps here, so I think we are safe. Everybody's happy about that one. Now we're just going to get the lock in here for Yeon. We actually get huge cheers for that.
Ooh.
Varus got some little buffs on this patch. How did you feel about those, Sven?
I think the passive buffs, I'm like, I don't even know what it does anymore at this point. It gives some AP, some attack speed, some AD, and it got some like 2 AD, I think, base AD, which is kind of helpful, but I do think that it's just more of a Yeon comfort pick. I don't think I've ever seen him play MF before. which is like the go-to when all the other good AD carries are banned. So yeah, I think he was planning on getting Zeri in this game, and then the pick was like, oh.
Well, help. Gonna have to change that one up a little bit
at this point. He was very good on Varus in the spring split. I will say he was the CEO of the Varus versus Ghost matchup, so just all comfort. And the Braum for C9.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really happy to see a Varus now because it's gotten so many changes. The patch, last like 3 patches, I feel like I've had paragraphs of Varus changes here.
Yeah.
So we'll get a look at that laning phase. You already mentioned, though, earlier in draft that the Braum counter pick possibility was going to be difficult to deal with, and you're pairing the Braum with an AShe who is notoriously strong laner right now, so definitely seems like Berserker and Vulcan should have a pretty good matchup and a good time here.
Yeah, they don't necessarily win lane super hard, but they have the much better like team
record. Both of them, I would have to assume after what we saw from APA and Jojo, pretty confident in their abilities coming into this. Let's see how it all goes down. My mind immediately drawn towards the chat. Where's the yap? Where's it at?
I see it right here. Jojo says, remember this matchup from scrims? So I'm assuming Jojo and Cloud9 got the advantage in it.
Berserker, though, going to be caught by the very edge of the Zenith Blade here at level 1. Berserker having a flash out, but he still got caught. Team Liquid continues their chase. They will not be able to find a kill at level 1, but both summoner spells from the enemy AD carry as well as the heal from Vulcan.
Yeah, you don't have to be a pro player to understand this is not very good for Berserker. Yeah. It's not the ideal start here.
Wait, no summoner spells is bad?
Oh yeah. C9 wanted to get a ward, I think. That's why they were here. You know, AShe and Braum are both good level 1s. They want to get they want to get a ward level 1 to spot where Umti is starting and ending up. Oh no, it's going to be a lane swap. Oh, come on, guys.
I thought we were safe.
He has no sum spot. Can you just go bot, guys? Come on.
I really thought we were safe, but never safe from the lane swaps. The discussion, though, on the early game is incredibly critical with both these two teams. These are our 2 best teams overall in the LCS, but especially so, it is evident in the early game. Just look at these early game stats. And Cloud9 even further above Team Liquid in their domination of the early game, and especially with this draft that we mentioned. You know, so many strong parts here for Cloud9. So lane swap from TL, doing their best to avoid the extra big Cloud9 early game.
Yeah, and Impact was hanging around this top side, just kind of trying to scare C9 away, keep this charade going on as long as it possibly could before the reveal that Yeon and CoreJJ are going to be laning top.
I will say, Thanatos got almost a full level of experience already in his lane swap, which I think is not very good for Team Liquid, because Impact's got, well, he's stealing XP mid, which is not, you know, getting experience for free. It's more like he's just taking it from APA. But Thanatos actually got almost a full level top, and I feel like he will be able to get this wave too, because Umti can't really dive top, so they have to send 4 people top here to dive Thanatos.
Umti was also wasting a lot of time. I'm always looking at the junglers in the lane swaps, and Ivern actually has to go back and cross up here. And now he's going to get stopped here.
Yeah, he's not even going to get the clear on the Krug. Thanatos instead going to find him with a snappy, ruthless Predator. Impact makes his way towards the scuffle, but I mean, it's a level 1 Rumble. He shoots a harpoon, he misses it, he walks away.
I mean, C9 already won lane swap. They're up 1 level on their top laner. They are getting plates bottom that TL will not be getting thanks to the tower fortification. So swapping with Ivern is very bad, I think, because he can't farm camps efficiently in lane swaps.
Yeah, I was going to mention the jungle gap is going to be quite large here. Blaber already has the full level, and you can even come over and counter these Ivern channels that he has channeled on your camps if you're going to pull out another recall. You see the swap right now. TL are re-swapping as Thanatos is forced to flash. They send Yeon to the bottom side.
But CoreJJ canceling his recall there to deny Thanatos a little bit more. Makes it up for the early mistake they made in the lane swap. I really think TL lane swapping, when they had the 3 summoners advantage on Berserker and Vulcan, and they have Ivern, who's a fast early game playing jungler, but not good in lane swaps, but he can't go back and forth so much. Just doesn't make any sense to me.
So Brand was able to take away the Raptors that Umti had previously channeled, but Umti at least does get the Krugs.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst world for Umti. It recovers a little bit, but Blaber's still going to be ahead on the Brand. We'll see about his first recall.
So a small thing is that APA is down like about half a level because Impact yoinked some experience mid from his mid laners. Like, yep, sorry buddy, it's tough times out here.
Lane swap packs.
I gank mid, I get experience, the trade offer, but not too bad for TL, to be honest. It looked kind of bad at first when Thanatos got experience top, but I think it's all good.
All right, top laners back where they belong as Thanatos is on the losing end of that trade against the Rumble.
I will say one thing is that Impact was able to save his TP because he was top naturally, while Thanatos got ganked by CoreJJ behind his tower. So now he's playing top lane without TP and Flash against Impact, who has both.
Okay, there's some of that sticking power
CoreJJ no Flash.
from the C9 bottom lane. Blaber coming in. The Seer isn't going to connect, but they aren't even going to need it. CoreJJ just eating auto attack after auto attack, and Berserker gets first blood 5 minutes in.
And I would say those are residual, really big benefits of the jungle advantage. Blaber had the earlier recall because he had the easier clear on the brand, and so he's the first jungler to reset. He's the first jungler to gank on bottom side, and they go straight into that AShe Braum, so much CC with the double Freljord.
Yeah, and CoreJJ traded his Flash for the top lane Flash, but then they didn't play around the fact that he didn't have Flash against Braum AShe. He just gets run down slow in the lane. So good job at T9 punishing CoreJJ, flashing on Thanatos, and therefore getting first blood.
Yeah,
Berserker as well.
Yeah, on a guy who lost both the summoner spells at level 1, and then you later end up getting paid with first blood money anyway.
Good.
Not too bad at all.
All right, CoreJJ with a Hex Flash is waiting for the teleport back from Impact, and they want to see if they can punish Thanatos now.
He's got no Flash. Impact has his Flash. I think he might just be dead.
Yeah, Thanatos. There's your slice, but there's not going to be anything else.
Got him.
Yep.
Early slice just means, yep, no other way. Impact can easily follow that one up. CoreJJ will give the kill right on back over. It'll take an extra second because he has to wait for the Flame Spitter, but that is Team Liquid tying the kills up.
It sounds bad, but this might just be a good death. It's better to just die and crash the wave than to just watch Impact freeze in your face for like 2 minutes. I think the wave did crash top, so Thanatos will eventually catch the wave now. But this is kind of like the lane swap tax. You know, CoreJJ flash on top, Thanatos flash on top.
Ooh, APA wanting to go in there after Jojo, but Jojo's ready to turn around because Vulcan's there to help him out. The Braum making his way to mid. He's barking at him.
I told you, the lobby all chat is actually coming back to bite APA. The first words he typed right in the lobby. Okay, let's see about Thanatos sniffing around towards the grubs, though. Should be fully cleaned up here by Umti. But that was quite hilarious in mid lane. With the flashes traded, too, they could keep on visiting with multiple ganks towards mid. Interesting that both supports getting very active, though. That's support 101.
Yeah.
You know, CoreJJ died on bottom side. He's like, great, I'm roaming top side then. He gets a kill there.
Yeah, that's what we call death tempo.
Uh-huh.
You die in lane, you have home guards out of base, you run somewhere else and kill someone. It's all good. Honestly, dying in lane support isn't that bad as long as your AD carry can farm. If AD carry gets stove afterwards, that's a problem.
So here we go. The patient Vulcan barking from the side lanes here, and Jojo is able to bait him in.
APA all-inning on a timer where his team is on the grubs and he doesn't see the aim team is just really bad, to be honest. It seems like a bit of a ego. Spawn wasn't happy with that one either.
I believe Spawn agrees with your take on that. That water bottle has seen better days. So is Blaber, though. About half HP left as his jungle is getting invaded here. Umti, CoreJJ, and Daisy all working together as the 2.5-man squad. Impact joins up with them now as this wave is just getting eaten up by the turret. C9 going to try to get Thanatos back closer to this before too much more gets lost. Vulcan doing a good job there, marking Impact with a winner's bite. Impact will summon up the Equalizer to try to keep himself protected well enough, and now TL going to punch right on back. Blaber and Thanatos both down to below about half HP. That minion wave still not all the way cleared out. The EXP going to be split up a lot there. As you can see, Berserker going after APA. The Varus might be a level down, but he gets that last shot. Beautifully done. We got Berserker going in there.
And the mid lane deficit now is going to really mean a lot this game because those are the two best scaling champions on both teams. Jojo got the advantage mid, and then APA dying bottom now over to Berserker to also get the AShe fed is going to be a big difficulty here for Team Liquid, although they've got some crafty plans.
This is straight out of Looney Tunes. There's a brush just right there, but Impact was hiding in the super brush. CoreJJ coming up to help Impact yet again. That Croc is going straight onto the barbecue, and CoreJJ serving him up. Another kill comes through in the top side for TL.
Just another case of my wave is bad, guys. Either I don't farm for 2 minutes, or I go here and flip it, and if he's here, I just die, and yep, he's there. CoreJJ is always there.
Unlucky flip.
I hate that guy. He's always there when you don't want him to be there.
He's got some pretty good game sense, like he's a world champion or something. Washed!
Okay,
Can
but
he really be washed?
so,
Wow.
So that one actually I feel like really does sting because you know APA's already feeling like I made a mistake in mid, then I went bottom, and also lost another 1v1, made another mistake.
He must have made a big mistake of like Valkyrie aim or something here because I think he can't lose his 1v1 if he. Okay.
I mean, that's how
He's taking the fight still.
Yeah,
he just won away I think the whole time and he'll be fine. I feel like. Look how long it took for Berserker to kill him.
Yeah.
I really think he could just ran away and he would have been fine. I think he's trying to challenge. Yeah. I'm like, why is he trying to challenge Berserker? He could just kill the wave and just dip, you know?
Same.
That was Spawn Travolta, just looking around confused.
Like,
Where the heck
does anyone know what he's doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know?
I'm confused.
Kobe, do you know what he's
going
doing? I don't know what he's doing.
I was about to be like, oh yeah, he got his Valk off as the arrow stun, so like, you know, he's gonna be able to keep running after the stun wears off. But
yeah, I feel like when you're the quote-unquote loser in the game, like you're die all you once, and you're playing against the fed guy in the aim team, if you can just farm, you're doing your job, right?
Yeah, you're neutralizing their lead.
Impact is your winner. Look at the gold graph. And you're the loser in your team right now. All you have to do is just farm and scale.
there's a very common saying in solo queue that's just relax and let me carry.
Yeah. Yep. That's Impact right now to APA, which is unusual for this team.
All right, Jojo getting back to safety down here in bottom lane. Umti again just looking for any opportunity to be annoying here on this Ivern. They are trying to create some space for APA to catch back up in the game. 0-2-0 on that Corki thus far. Blaber does have control over the top side river right now to try to secure these grubs. First one's down. There goes the second. Braum just clears these incredibly quickly, so we are going to see a 3-for-3 even grub split this game with that last Pillar of Flame, and we still have about 30 seconds until the second Drake spawn, so we'll see if Team Liquid can trade back on the neutral objectives in the bottom side of the map the way that C9 just did in the top.
I think there's no way C9 gives over this dragon here. They don't have their Liandry's yet, or their stack shift on Jojopyun. Triforce on APA is pretty good. They got some plates bot while they're doing the grub, so TL might actually try to fight it, but I feel like with Berserker's item advantage, they should just take any fight they can right now before the Ivern gets redemption, before they get like the Borg on the Varus. Impact does have TP. He's pretty strong this game.
TP available for both top laners.
Impact also has a level lead over Thanatos. I mean, Thanatos, when he absorbs experience here, is going to ding to 8, but it's still going to be a full level lead for Impact.
Feels really good there to have that Rumble at that point of power with this objective fight coming up. But it's C9 who looks to make first rotation into the bottom side river with the Ocean Drake now alive. Umti's still hanging around, trying to get a little bit of vision, trying to get the chance to walk forward and see what's going on with these brushes.
And Jojo just got his reset off, so he's bringing his newly purchased Static Shiv down to the bottom side of the map for this possible dragon setup. Vulcan leaves one ward behind, but TL making a strong move.
They actually do have the Blade Ring King now on the Varus, so they could try to fight at this point.
I mean, if Impact comes down...
Impact is not coming down. He has TP though, and he also has priority in lane, so he can always TP first if there's a fight. Or he can choose to just not TP if Thanatos TPs and take the top tower.
I like this Fog of War toggle by the observers because it showed Impact going into the Fog of War, and then Cloud9 are like, uh-oh.
All right, C9 looking for their approach angle here. Both teleports going to be cast, but the Ocean Drake is already secured by TL as they look to make their exit. Berserker zoned out there as Impact makes his way in and guarantees nobody from C9 wants to run into a Rumble that's got that equalizer. So it looks like all we're going to get, despite the two teleports showing up and both teams being there, is just one Drake taken for TL.
What was that call from Cloud9? They're just observers here.
Yeah, they're just watching them do it. Like, yeah, enjoy, guys.
They feel like they teleport down. So someone told Thanatos, get down here, and then they just don't.
It was weird how they just looked at them, then teleported, didn't even use the AShe arrow, and they just watched them take it.
APA trying to make the moves here onto Jojo. The shutdown happens, but it's CoreJJ taking the last hit.
Honestly, he deserves it.
He's been setting up a lot of plays.
Wait, why does he deserve it?
Support players matters too, Kobe.
We're trying to accelerate the engager, accelerate the frontliner here, Kobe.
Okay, guys.
Still behind in gold. He needs it.
Yeah.
All right, well, they'll at least get, solo tower gold. That'll be juicy here for APA.
Oh, the last plate. 2 seconds. 1 second.
No! Oh, that feels so bad, dude.
That last plate.
Yeah,
the first tower gold
by
is
2
good.
seconds.
Pain. Pain.
Unlucky.
Only have more grubs.
Yeah, if they could have just got the other grubs, then...
So jungle diff.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. Come on,
It's
bro.
just
So we're blaming CoreJJ for taking the kill, and we're blaming Umti for not getting all of the grubs.
For losing second set of grubs, correct.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds
We're all
good.
on the same page here.
Supports and junglers, man. They just
Hate those guys.
they're ruining AD meta.
I can't enjoy it carry meta in peace.
No, my Ivern and my Leona are grieving. All right, C9, they're now looking to potentially fight for this next neutral objective, this Rift Herald. Spawn to the top side river. Berserker lets the arrow fly, but it ain't going to find any target here just yet. Instead, they're going to cook Daisy up, as now the Chains of Corruption find their way on a Berserker, but he immediately cleanses it to continue his own retreat. C9 now forced out of control of the river, but CoreJJ and Umti are both chunked. It looks like C9, though, not going to take any sort of a fight because Jojo is split pushing bottom lane right now. He's just taking the tier 1 turret himself.
Yeah, I think you have to give it, like we've been going over, the inventories are very different. Impact had his fully completed Leandries, and Thanatos Renekton hadn't got a reset off, so Thanatos has a ruby crystal and a longsword, along with his boots and shields.
He's on low budget this game.
Yeah, that is the
Eco round the entire game.
Thrift Store Renekton is not buying the name brand items from the shop this game, as Team Liquid, with their control over the top side river, has earned themselves another neutral objective. That's Rift Herald, picked up in their pocket, as Berserker looks to crash the wave here mid and make his own rotations through the enemy jungle here, potentially with Blaber, but just going to step back towards Vulcan here, maintain this position in mid lane.
Game stayed quite good for TL here. I feel like the only person in C9 who has any sort of goal lead is Berserker, but AShe is not very easy to play against, you know, Rumble Leona. You just get a laser drop on your head every single team fight. And I don't think they necessarily outscale either. Being Zeri is good, but that's about it.
Yeah, but Jojo would have to pull out some crazy team fights there to be able to do it. I mean, they do have a lot of CC too to try and set him up with you know, possible AShe arrow picks, Braum follow up. So they definitely still have a lot of options to create plays.
If it was Berserker on Zeri with this goal lead, I'll feel a lot more confident. If I was C9, no shade to Jojopyun or anything, but the goal lead's on an AShe.
Yoink!
Stolen away.
Crap 9.
Team Liquid's got all 5 dudes hanging out here in mid lane. They've got that Rift Herald as well. They could drive it in if they want to use the bonus from their 3 grubs that they got early on there, but it looks like they're just going to let it do the normal charge.
No drivers?
Yeah, sometimes the driving gets a little dangerous.
If you don't drive the Herald, you don't get the Void Mites or... Oh!
Exactly, but now the immediate engage coming out with the Solar Flare and the Equalizer combo, and Impact just flashes forward to guarantee the kill on Blaber. Team Liquid sees their angle and they take it. They found 1 kill already and they aren't done yet. Team Liquid still trying to keep this pressure on, but there's no minion wave. Daisy is going to die to the turret. It'll be a 1-0 trade at the end of the day.
Are people going to look back at this game and just think top diff and you know, or is it CoreJJ ganking top a bunch?
It's definitely more soup than top gap, I think. I think, okay, TL will say top gap, but Thanatos is saying support gap.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. We have to keep all of our blame.
2 points of view.
Yep. I will say that was not a very good hero play from Team Liquid until that Solar Flare and the Equalizer from CoreJJ and Impact. I feel like they should drive the Herald in to get the Void Mites, whatever we call it, small.
You can kind of call them whatever. Some people call them grubbies. Some people call them mites. Just
it's actually really safe too. The ejection distance is really far. And
you
the
go
field
flying.
is big.
Unless they have like a poppy or something that stops you and if you're flying out of the Herald, it's very easy to get the grub spawns. So the tower stays alive, but TL got the fight. Now the question is, can they fight the dragon as well?
Exactly.
They should be able to.
Alert everyone. Thanatos has an item. He got his item.
Okay, he's on the board.
There we go. Black Cleaver completed. He can shred the armor of...
Corki has plated steel caps.
They also have Aftershock.
He can chop those shoes up.
Oh, the Aftershock. There it is.
Okay. And W2, it's like a combo where you get more the more armor you have, so it like stacks up.
Yeah, so. Leona's actually goated.
Yeah. I'm glad we agree on that.
I mean, the live patch nerfs only to damage, you know, still just as tanky as ever.
He probably misses Goredrinker a lot. But nonetheless.
Oh, arrow comes out with CoreJJ ready for the immediate flash. Zenith played to follow it up, and now Blaber's going to be in a bad spot yet again. CoreJJ grabbing a killing spree as Thanatos is locking up Impact. Slice forward to cut him down. Berserker gets the killing spree, and Vulcan now under pressure trying to get away. He jumps back to the safety of his team. Back and forth the fight goes, and Berserker finds another
A triple kill over to the AShe, but he finally falls. Jojo needs the last kill. Umti's trying to keep himself alive with a shield, but it ain't gonna matter. A double kill over to Jojo, a triple kill over to Berserker, and ace for Cloud9.
What a fight!
The start was so good for Team Liquid, but they just got outplayed in the second half of the fight, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, CoreJJ makes a really sick engage right after the AShe arrow here onto Blaber. This is what you're talking about for the start.
Look at the equalizer. It's so good on top of Blaber's head, but you get all his spells off before. The brand does so much damage, even if he dies instantly in the fight. The brand passive is so much damage, and how did C9 win this?
It's just because Impact move up solo versus Jojo and Berserker. So the double AD carries melted him from the safety of being behind Thanatos.
Yeah.
And Jojo and Berserker, an AD carry meta, able to chase them all down. Zeri, one of the biggest benefits, always being able to chase people down after these fights too, but the flash re-engages. Where's the reaction?
Completely unfazed.
What the heck?
This is the opposite of Spawn. Yeah, we've got the one very emotive coach, and we've got the other just completely stone-faced here.
I think probably he was unhappy with how the game was going up until that point.
Okay, so it's that was the balancing out fight.
Yeah.
That brings him back to a 0. Okay. Well,
He was like, you should have been winning these fights all along. You should be in a better spot.
Team Liquid's clearly unafraid. I mean, they're still potentially looking for an angle here. They've got control over the bot side river. They're trying to keep C9 trapped in mid underneath this tier 1 turret that's honestly looking pretty shaky.
There's a massive gap in items between Berserker and Yeon, though. I don't think C9 can lose a team fight unless Berserker dies first. He has no flash. They could play around that.
Just go full YOLO after the enemy.
Just full send Berserker.
Yeah, but not going to get the chance. Not yet, at least. As it looks like APA and Umti are just going to start up the Drake on their own. C9, despite the advantage they might have on their AD carry, they are not moving their way towards this Drake very quickly. As now there's a catch. That's Impact being found out. He's got to be careful, but he can't. He's already down. Beautiful execution there from C9 to find that pick, and now they want even more. Jojo goes in looking for Yeon, but Jojo went way too far. Now Yeon flashing away to stay alive, but the last shot in the air takes him down. Berserker getting the kill credit on CoreJJ there. It's a 1 for 3. Cloud9 wins the fight. Baron's on the board, and they're marching into the top side river.
Yep, they've got vision control over it too. Vulcan gonna pop the blast cone, so there's no easy entrance for Umti. Umti and APA would have to work some real magic here to get inside. Vulcan on Braum can tank up the Baron quite nicely.
They might have to work some magic, but C9 has their anti-mage Crocodile ready to try to get in the way. Umti over the other side of the wall, wanting to try to go in. He steals it! Right when they need him, right when you gotta be clutch. Umti saves the day.
Call him Team Liquid Magician because he has that magic. Steals the Baron. APA's gonna get a tower afterward with the Baron buff too. So they have a huge, huge swing back here for TL.
Oh, they got everything. They got the Dragon too. They got the Dragon, they got a shutdown onto Jojopyun, they got the Baron, and they got mid tower. Disaster for C9.
Yeah, I mean, this pick was really, really good from Cloud9. And then Jojo kind of just forces it here. So even though he does go down, because
the outcome was good though.
Yeah, exactly. That Zenith Blade connecting, they're so deep for both.
It's the brand ult on the Leona that bounced into Yeon that killed him. That must be before Baron, right?
On live, that pip up on live, someone's dying. Is that CoreJJ dying?
Yeah, I think we got CoreJJ dead to Thanatos during live at the same time. Looked like we had...
Looks like an AShe arrow to the head.
Yeah, potential archery wound on the support.
No flash Leona.
The coroner's bent over here, cause of death, AShe arrow to the head.
It is what it is. Sometimes you just die for the cause, aka put down vision for your team.
CoreJJ 3-4-3 here on the Leona has been a part out of 75 kills here that the team has accomplished. Like, he's kind of just setting up everything.
He's part of both teams. And kills.
He's got the action score stat.
He can do both.
Highest number.
Yeon is no flash here.
Yeon.
And he's slow by the rallies.
Yeah, the Blaber's brand has just got a lot of lockdown on him, but Yeon, he doesn't get caught out by the Seer. Again, the stun not connecting means that Yeon can maybe still try to get away. The Redemption summon up over the top. Yeon stays alive. That looked so dicey, man. But now the equalizer from Impact means TL might be able to chase the fight down even further. CoreJJ goes in again. The man is crazy, and he's looking to engage. Thanatos barely hanging on as the TP from C9 to bring in Jojo isn't going to do a lot except try to cover the retreat.
retreat. Team Liquid keeps the push going. They've still got Baron for another 45 seconds, and APA wants to Valk in. Jojo uses the lightning crash to again just keep himself alive, clear out the wave, and hold off the Team Liquid tide.
You know, just walked it off. They used nothing. Only one TP and Vulcan Summoner heal. That was it.
And they almost saved the TP too. They were holding it for so long. Jojo did not want to use it, and he didn't actually end up helping with the retreat. That was very, very close to saving literally everything.
Besides the mid-tier one, they lost right after the Baron. Yeon didn't lose any towers at all with his Baron power play from TL. So not a very efficient Baron from Team Liquid. CoreJJ lost his summoners, Yeon lost his cleanse. So honestly, not that big of a loss given how bad that Baron steal was for C9.
I mean, whenever I look at Baron, I always just look at the total number of gold you got, right? It's 1,500 for the buff. So when you got
good. Minus is bad.
Yeah, 700 extra gold beyond just stealing it. That's not a ton, right? Like, that's one turret. So not the worst thing that could happen for an early 20-minute Baron that, in a lot of cases, could completely destroy the tempo of the game.
I think probably the worst thing about that Baron is that Umti used the gold to buy a Mikhail's, and so now they have an answer for if one of those AShe arrows does hit. A lot of them have been missing, but when one does for the pick, if Umti is around, you know you have that safety.
So my question then would be, what even is the game plan for C9 to find a fight if your only engage mechanism is that arrow to the head, and now we've got the bandage for the arrow wound? How are you going to set up a pick or make a play if you're C9?
Well, Blaber can engage on any champion in the game.
Okay.
I've seen it on any champion. He can engage on anything. You saw him find a pick on Impact for the second dragon, or third dragon it was. He has his flash up very soon. There is a problem though. The only engage I have with the AShe arrow, and that'll be Mikhail's. So yeah, how they walk forward is a question when APA is just going to stand here and look at them and they can't really stop him from doing this.
Nope.
Vulcan might have to pull out some heroics with the Braum here.
Flash Q Braum.
Yeah, there. Ultimate, slam it down.
He's low, guys.
Thanatos leading the charge towards the drive rush. Oh, point blank stun there on APA. He walked up too far forward, and Blaber's got the kill after Berserker set him up. Now Umti's got to try to get away as Blaber is still laying down the CC and pouring in the damage. Umti gets chopped by Jojo, and CoreJJ can't get away. Double kill for the mid lane Zeri, and he's going skating straight over the wall looking for more. Impact and Yeon, they're still running. Yeon had to flash just to escape. C9 clobbers the fight off of APA, just going too far forward.
I mean, why are you walking into that? Why are you walking into the danger zone? Because that was AShe arrow into Mikhail's, but Braum is right next to him, so you immediately get the Braum ultimate, the knock-up. APA down.
I think if Umti was in range, when the arrow actually hit him, he could have Valkyried away from the Braum ulti, but he was just a little bit too out of range. And APA, I think he was doing a good job of holding the entrance for C9, but he just went a little bit too far.
Oh, we
don't even see him.
We start this after the critical.
Come on, Flavors!
So we're just going to get the chase down instead. But that chase down does result in Dragon number 2 going the way of Cloud9.
I do think TL had a really big condition in the game here, that they had control over the area, they had the zone. Oof. Yeah, he knows it.
Yep.
And they
all right, now spawn check-in.
I was hoping we were going to get the spawn reaction, but
maybe it's censored this time.
Yeah, maybe there may be one less desk in the room.
Yeah.
But we've got the Baron coming back alive here very, very shortly. Sub 15 seconds till that's alive, and C9 has control over the top side river. You can see the control wards placed in the brushes. Clean face check. Yeah, it's like one of those moments where you are thinking, all right, well, our engage might just be one of them walks into us, and that time they got it.
I really like that he was like flexing on them, you know, being in their face, throwing phosphorus bombs, throwing rockets, and like telling them like, you can't go through here.
Right.
But then the arrow just hit him, and there was no Mikhail's nearby, so he just kind of dies.
Yeah. Feels bad, man.
A bit pathetic, I must say, like the way that it's happened.
Sometimes when you're trying to bait,
so well, and then that's how it ends.
Yeah, it's just it's a little bit of a tragedy, but for TL now they've got to work with the game that they've got in front of them. 1.3 thousand gold lead for C9, tied up Drake count. APA getting a lot of burst damage there on a Berserker's AShe.
Kills.
That's what it can look like.
Right, that's the ideal situation.
You cleanse it, and then you jump away before Braum gets there. Nice.
They're trying to kite out the Daisy, make sure that they can kill that off before any sort of a fight would start. A little bit more poke flying in from APA, but C9 still holding strong enough.
TL has so much better standoff power. They have more range, they have more... Hang on.
Okay, Equalizer and Solar Flare both going to be used there for not a whole lot of gain, as now Umti has to try to get away. Jojo wants to gun him down, but Jojo's already chasing a little too far. Now CoreJJ might have to pay for the sins of his own jungler, as Jojo down to just 10% HP, but he won't die. Berserker gets the kill on Core, and Blaber goes golden to try to bait Team Liquid back into the fight even longer. But a beautiful flame spinner from Impact saves the day for TL. He cooks up 2 of them, and Vulcan's about to be dessert. Team Liquid's top laner, the man with the most games in the LCS, just showed you why he's still doing it all these years.
A story of overcommitting in the team fights.
Yeah, I mean, that story is why this game is so back and forth.
Yeah.
We have them kind of trading turns doing it. Now on the Baron, does Jojo...
I don't think he can steal this one, guys.
He's going Krugs, boys.
Fire?
He's going Krugs.
We had one Baron steal, but what about second Baron steal? Nope, not this time. I really feel like C9, they had the fight already when CoreJJ was in. He couldn't get out. He was getting slowed by Berserker and Vulcan. Hang on. Thanatos might be chased down here.
This is like the most painful way to die, getting chased down by Leona, where you can't get away, and you're just waiting for Leona.
Blast cone.
Oh! It launches in the other direction, but can he get away? Oh, he's going for the wall. He wants to try to use the lizard escape hatch, but it's not going to work. The chickens betray him.
Good job by APA using the fire cannon, extended range there, hitting the blast cone in a good direction for his team.
Yeah, and then nice follow-up Q from Umti, hitting the snare here, so they all follow through. But here's a look at how it started.
I really feel like TL shouldn't go so deep. They already had zone, just play with the range. But in here, one Jojopyun overcommits. Look CoreJJ, he is so dead here. He is slow, and he will never not be slowed at this point. I think C9 takes a free kill here on CoreJJ and just calls it a day. But look at everyone from C9, they just flash in. Blaber's in a very deep position. Berserker flashes in and gets 1v1 by Yeon. I just feel like C9 could have taken the small win there, which is killing CoreJJ for free, and called it a day.
Man, Impact, though, is actually the GOAT for Team Liquid. He's just roasting both of them right there. And then he had the Zonias at a perfect time, too. This man is so good at League of Legends.
Rumble can be more than just an equalizer sometimes. And Impact is definitely showing us that that is the case.
Okay, Team Liquid, they're still not up a ton of gold, though. It's still only about a 1,000 gold lead separating the teams, as now Impact is going to get caught. Again, trying to use that stasis to keep himself alive, but there's no way this time. There's no chance the rest of the team can get there in time. Yeah, we got some powerful magics here, boys. There was the magic Ivern for the steal, and now there's the magic curse for Impact getting caught out here after having the huge play in the previous fight. Now it's a 5v4 for C9 for the next 40 seconds.
So Baron is useless, no?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna respawn and there's 20 seconds on it. So it's like, what do we do with it?
This is the seesaw game. This game is such a seesaw.
They got one tower mid this time, so every Baron is one tower mid.
Okay, so after
4 more Barons, we can win.
I was gonna say, do Nexus towers count as mid towers still? We get one tower per Baron, probably.
Right? I think Nexus towers count as mid, top, and bottom towers.
Okay, so
they count for all.
They're a flex roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. Nexus tower is flex Q tower.
How many Barons does TL need before they get the base then? Is it 3?
They need 3 more for the towers, and then do they need a 4th Baron for the Nexus?
for Nexus?
So maybe 4.
But you can substitute 1 Elder Dragon also.
Okay,
right.
So 3 Barons and an Elder Dragon.
So you got to get your math correct.
Yeah.
Multiple formulas.
Okay,
I see.
it's one of those. It's one of those like AP chemistry things where there's. No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna.
But there's multiple correct answers, Flowers. So it's actually better.
All right, science boy. This one's a little too big brain for me.
I used to have a take that was that in low elo games, Dragons always beat Barons because the soul is permanent.
Right.
But the Baron is temporary. This is not low elo game.
Right.
But the rule might still hold true that the Dragon will just be better.
We remember back to the what was it? The Energy versus Shopify series with the Elders and Baron trades and souls and all of this other stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Well, the soul did win.
It's the bell curve. On the far left, you have that Shopify game, and then you go through the whole bell curve on the far right. You just get back to the same scenario.
In that bell curve, the middle tier is the joke, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's me. That means
You're
I'm
on
the joke.
top of the bell.
I'm the joke in the bell curve.
You're right there.
Oh, man.
50th percentile.
I really think nothing is going to happen in this game until the dragon spawns. It's C9's soul, so TL will definitely not give that one away. Not the best soul of all time,
Well, there is going to be Baron,
but it is permanent.
One entire minute
permanent.
before the Soul as well. Do we think we're going to see anything for that Baron preceding the Soul since there's about that 75-second buffer, or no?
I think C9 would be happy to trade Baron and Soul, but they're too far away from each other to trade. So I really think both teams will just kind of like play an ARAM, you know, back and forth up waves, and then.
Okay.
I have faith someone is going in.
CoreJJ has flash, dude. I
have faith
it could happen.
When Baron is on the map, someone's going in.
If you flash now, you won't have it for the dragon.
But then you just have Hex flash for it.
That's true. He's even more enabled. Yep, here's the ARAM. And
yeah,
still has their standoff power. If they use APA's Fire Cannon, they use the Ivern shields.
You actually get the full ARAM experience too, because of the Ivern brushes. Blaber getting caught a little bit, but a nice use of the Zhonya's going to prevent most of that follow-up damage from ever connecting. Root Caller plus Daisy, not going to lock anybody up any further
though.
either.
They protected the wave. They've got mid-prow here for TL.
They can cut them off with Equalizer here as well if they try to go through a choke.
And Thanatos, with no Dominus, is not going to be nearly the threat he would like to be if this turns into a full-blown fight. That was a very powerful blast code, eating them all forward, and now the Equalizer comes down too, while Daisy just keeps punching. C9, yes, they are going to get back to the base in time to be able to make sure they save the tier 3 turret. Nobody's going to die on the way out, but this does mean Team Liquid has total control over the Rift to set up here for a Baron that could be spawning in just 45 seconds.
They do get the big crab here as well. The OP crab. We call it the CCTV crab.
Oh,
it gives vision everywhere in the whole game. So now everything is wiped out for C9 here. Yep, C9 has no wards anywhere, and TL knows it too. That's the most powerful thing about the crab, is that it gives you vision on what they don't have, what they do have, sorry. Of course, TL is actually not on Baron here, but C9 doesn't know that.
C9 at least does have the hawk shot there from Berserker to try to get a little bit of an idea of what's going on.
We see the Baron.
Like, they're definitely not
the Baron is
over
completely
there.
dark. Berserker's like, yeah, I'll take the blue buff here.
Got to keep that. Hey, that's the team-wide blue buff.
And we're back in the mid lane.
All right, back to the ARAM.
Here's now when we find out. Someone's going in for sure, right?
75 seconds till the Dragon. Solar Flare. Not going to find the hard CC on anybody. Jojo trying to trade shots back and forth. Impact caught out here. The stasis prevents any follow-up as Jojo jumps back over the wall. The Equalizer going to cut off any sort of an escape here from C9. Thanatos flashes in. Whoa! What? That was not coordinated with the rest of the team. Team Liquid now going to look for even more. Berserker is about to die. APA might just find him. Oh my God, Umti with the artillery redemption to snipe down the enemy AD carry. Vulcan is caught in between the rest of Team Liquid. But meanwhile, back in mid, Jojo's pushing there. I don't think it's going to matter. Team Liquid's got the full 5-man squad marching down top lane.
TL want off of this seesaw. They're going to just keep on pushing top lane here and try and go for it. Jojo wants to defend, going for the minion wave, trying to cut down on their siege.
Well, Team Liquid shouldn't be able to win here. I would think, if nothing else, Brand can just suicide and just vomit all his spells into the wave. It's Brand, so I would think that that's going to be successful. But C9, they're going to lose the tier 3, but they hold the inhib.
It's because they want to defend this soul. They do not want to give over the permanent buff here, so they don't stick around for the inhib, and they want to immediately go over here, make sure Cloud9 can't get it. Fully evened up. Max dragons in this game.
Honestly, I'm not sure if the towers top are even worth it, because TL could have just gone to the Baron and then to the Dragon, but the spawn timers being different. But now C9 has a chance to like rush the Baron here. They know TL hasn't based yet on multiple of their players, so I think C9 has to push here and just go for the Baron straight up. Just run to it and hit it and right-click it. And I think seeing all the players run to it right now, they might be agreeing with me. Blaber definitely looks like he wants to hit the Baron.
TP.
Thanatos has TP.
Yeah.
He's still here, actually.
All right, it's a couple of TPs coming in from the side of Team Liquid. APA making a pretty deep teleport there, but now a lot of damage on Umti. Jojo trying to back off at the same time as Blaber goes golden and Impact tries to get away. APA nearly killed. Jojo grabbing the last shot on that one. Team Liquid falls to pieces.
It's over.
Cloud9 just throttled him in mid lane.
It's just over like that?
It might just be.
Jojo just decides, I'm done with this. He goes in again. He has been so aggressive on this Zeri.
Also, APA's TP was so deep, I feel like he was caught before the fight even started again. And now didn't base after they got the teamfight win. They have so much gold in their pockets.
It's just Yeon
There's 30-second death timers on everybody else. Yeon's got his wits end, but I think it's the end of more than just his wits. Team Liquid, they are done in game one. C9, it was back and forth. It was a slugfest, but C9 is still standing when the bell rings at the end of round one.
That feels a little disappointing, no? At the end, how that game ended.
Yeah, that was.
It was like,
I don't know. The fights were so exciting.
that I agree with.
So I still really enjoyed that one. I mean, I really liked how JoJo was playing this Zeri. Whenever he had flash up, he would always jump in aggressively. He would dash in, try and bait someone, and then still be able to use QSS and flash. And he outplays, getting right into the middle of people. Man, that was actually a banger. Impact, I feel so bad for Impact. You got to give some honors to him. He was pulling a lot of weight for TL.
Game one is done with a win for C9, and it's time to break